The discussion for this week regarding our class, both in the book and the lecture, was based on the relationship between myth and ritual and how they both depend on each other, whether it be in the strong form where they must always coexist, or the milder form where they in the milder forms where they start off together and then they diverge, or perhaps they started separately and then they converge together. The whole relationship was that you can have one without the other. You have a myth to either explain a ritual, or you have a ritual and then a myth is developed in order to explain the ritual. Now, the ritual and the myth that were part of Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost Ark were regarding the Ark of the Lost Covenant, with the myth being that the ark contained the Ten Commandments in them, and the ritual that the Jewish would carry the ark into battle in order, and by doing so, the myth said that they would be undefeated in battle. And later in the movie, we see another ritual that was performed by the French archaeologist, the rival of Indiana Jones, stating that that was the ritual that they needed to perform in order to open the box. Saying that the myth, through the myth, saying that this is what needed to be done in order to attain the power. And it's funny because this very ritual that was being performed by the Nazis were actually within the movie were actually trying to recreate the same ritual, believing in the myth that by doing so they would be undefeated in battle, and thus that's the whole point of the movie, was trying to find the ark in order to complete the ritual, because of the belief in the myth that by having God's power, the God's will, and through the ark in battle, the Nazis would be undefeated and win World War II. And so the whole point of the movie was really trying to complete a ritual that was set about by the myth. Now, the movie didn't really state which came first, whether it was the myth of the Ark of the Covenant, of God's will, or whether the ritual came first, and through the ritual, the myth came to be. Uh, in the beginning of the movie, Indiana Jones was very skeptical about the myth. He was just saw it as an ancient piece of history with very ritualistic properties and history with it. He didn't really believe in the myth, but he saw its importance and the ritual. Whereas the Nazis saw the importance in the myth, and believing in the power, and believing that by completing the ritual they would be able to attain the power that was said in the myth. So all in all, Jones was more interested in the ritual aspect of the Ark of the Covenant and the historical implications of the Ark, while the Nazis were more interested in the myth aspect and simply wanted to complete the ritual in order to attain the powers.